We're carrying on this discussion, these car wrecks and all that. We're talking about car safety and the government mandating not only the EPA involved in the gas mileage, but safety issues on cars. Now, there's arguments back and forth that the big, heavy cars of the 40s and 50s were sometimes safer than the cars that crush today. Mm-hmm. And I think for the most part I would disagree with those people. I think that the big heavy cars, because they didn't have any safety provisions built in, like we mentioned, the glass and the no seat belts and the steel dashboards, you could do a lot more damage to yourself in those old cars.
The cars survived, but the people sometimes didn't.
There you go.
The car come away with no scratches, but the people, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now the cars don't survive; they crumble.
They get totaled.
But the driver is much safer today, and not only because of the way the cars are designed, that the fenders crush and so forth, but the safety standards that are built in, and they started with the seat belts. I would say that that's where they started. The safety glass, which, by the way, I think that was invented. One of the inventions, or one of the first things, Studebaker was using safety glass.
Thought we wasn't going to bring that up.
Well, I just was going to give you that plug. And
see, you can't do nothing without bringing up Studebaker.
Tucker,
Tucker,
I think, had breakaway glass.
Breakaway glass
in their cars.
Yeah.
So early on, and then the first car that had a dual master cylinder production.
We went through that, but I don't remember who it was.
I think it was the Avani. Had a dual master cylinder.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But and then, of course, the dual master cylinder was a great breakthrough, and
yes,
helped immensely. And we talked to all the old people that when we drove our 50s and early 60 cars, we never gave it a moment's thought.
I don't want to count how many times I shoved the brake pedal, and there was nothing there but floorboard.
Right. And then, of course, we were talking about when our children were young, we didn't care too much about whether they were strapped in or even think about a child seat. No. When our kids were small.
There was no child seats back then.
No.
Unless you took an egg crate and put them in it.
And it started with education and trying to teach us that, you know what, it's a good idea to seatbelt. And then finally that's mandated. It's, you will have a seatbelt on now. But that's only recently, within just last few years.
Well, I've looked at a few things on the internet, and to go through this quickly, they showed people that was in the old style seatbelts, lap belt only, would actually, if they hit so hard, it would throw them right out of that seatbelt. They would come up through, feet and all, and go out anyhow.
Or right into the steering wheel. Boom.
And then I was watching a thing about people that get killed in a car wreck where they've got seatbelts and seatbelts not on. Do you know how they can tell if you have seatbelts and seatbelts not on in a car wreck?
You're going to tell me, aren't you?
Yes.
I thought so.
And I just seen this the other night, one of them forensics things. Anyhow, but it was a true.
Get to the point.
I'm trying to.
We only have an hour here.
Because heavily bruised, or they said severe cutting in coming across here. This was a lady.
From the shoulder harness.
If you're badly crashed in a car wreck and probably killed, but that, I guess, cuts the bottom torso pretty good.
But saves more lives than not.
Yes.
And airbags, some people hate them, but a great invention.
Yes.
And makes the cars. And the bottom line is cars today are so much more safer than they were in the old days. And all of the things that you may call government interference, they have made it safer for us and our loved ones now to driving today. But as soon as they invent one good thing for safety,
right,
something else comes up, like texting, driving and texting.
Oh.
And as we go out, let's take a look at a couple instances of driving and texting. It's not a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing.
And we hope that you learn a little bit about better driving habits in the snow and the safety of new cars, but it's up to the nut behind the wheel, basically.
Yes. Yes.
No offense.
Me? How many wrecks you had?
No offense.
How many wrecks have you had? Or tickets? I think we better not answer that question. Or wives.
I'm beat
I've
up.
had 2 tickets and 2 Ys in my life. How about you?
I've had many tickets and many
Many
wives.
wives.
We'll be back next year with the Handy Randy wife saga here on this station. Thanks for watching. Jeez.
Happy motoring and enjoy. Summer's coming.
Had to bring up that wife thing.
Yeah.
Studebakers and how many wives
That's
I
my
have.
trump card.
I can't. I don't have an answer to that.
Yeah.
I have an answer, but I don't want to say.
Can't hear it.
No.